Alright, we're back again. This is video number 2 in the series, and this is just basically going to be about setting up a new document. So up to File and New, and you'll see here we've got document type artboard. Okay, if you click on that, you'll get a list of different presets. I want you to select mobile app design. Okay, that now under artboard size gives you another drop down of various other device types and their sizes. I suggest using iPad Retina if you're developing for an iPad, and iPhone 6 Plus if you want to do it for a smartphone for now. Okay, leave all other settings as is and just click OK. Job done. Not the end of the video though, so bear with me. The next thing now that we want to do is possibly change this background color, maybe white for some of you. If it is, up to Edit and Preferences or Photoshop Preferences on a Mac and go to Performance. Up on the top right of this new dialog box that shows up, you'll see Graphics Processor Settings. I want you to click on the Advanced Settings button, and under Drawing Mode it very possibly says on yours Basic or Normal. If that's the case, set it to Advanced, click OK and click OK again. That allows us to right click on this background anywhere and select one of the many kind of default presets that are there. You can even select custom color, make it anything at all you like. Up to you. I prefer the light gray. Whenever it's white, I just find it extremely sore on the eye. So personal preference, whatever color you feel works best for you. The next thing is we're going to choose the paint bucket tool, which is G on your keyboard. Okay, or you can right click on the gradient tool if that's what you're seeing there. Select white as our foreground color and click OK. And layer 1 selected, we can see that it's the only layer we have anyway. Click inside it just to fill it with white. Okay, I just prefer that to the checkerboard transparency. Next thing, just get into the habit of naming our layers straight away. So even though there's only one and it's just white, I'm going to rename it background. Okay, now while we're here, the other thing in the layers panel I want to do is remove your layer thumbnails if you have them. So up to the top right of the layers panel, click on the hamburger icon, down to panel options and change your thumbnail size to none. Okay, now what that does is reduces the amount of processing power that Photoshop uses, because whenever it's generating a preview of every layer, that can really slow things down after a while. Okay, so just a good habit to get into. The next thing is I've just hit Control G or Command G in a Mac to create a group, and I've named that background. Now there's only one layer, and there's only one layer group. It doesn't really seem like it's needed, but just a good idea off the bat to start renaming things, getting your structure right, keeping things organized, and it'll save so many headaches further down the line, and just a good professional workflow process to get used to. So the next thing we want to look at is actually setting up our grid system or guide system. So up to View, down to New Guide Layout, and we get the New Guide Layout dialog box. The target set to selected artboards. Now we only have one artboard selected, so it doesn't really matter what you're using at this point. Selected artboards tends to be the most important or most used. Just make sure you've got preview checked on so you can see what the guides look like, and check on columns. We'll be mainly working with columns. Now in number, you can set this to any value at all you want, 2 or 4 or whatever it is, and you'll see that Photoshop dynamically spaces those out depending on the width. Okay, that's why you can ignore the width there. We do need gutter. By default, now it's set at centimeters, and the gutter is this space in between the columns, by the way. Set to centimeters, don't know why. If this is for screen, it should be pixels, so I'm going to stick 30 on there. You'll see that everything disappears until I press PX. That's the kind of short code for pixels, if you like. You can check margins on or off. Again, that's entirely personal preference and depends on your layout. I'm going to put it on, and again I'm going to put 30, and remember to put the PX after it to tell Photoshop that you want these in pixels. So I'm putting a top, left, a bottom, and a right margin of 30 pixels on the entire document. And that's pretty much it. Just click OK. Job done. That's your guides all set up, new document set up, everything organized in layers and a layer group. There's a very short other thing I will do, and that'll be in the next video.